y'all, just to give you some more context on this blueprint and tank, it is the M48 Patton Tank. It is low poly, not a lot of detail. It was acquired by the Israeli Defense Force and was purchased from West Germany in the early 1960s. And here it is. Now let's take a look at it. So as you can see, the turret can rotate 360 degrees. The mini machine gun can rotate. And last of all, if you click the track controller, go GY, it can drive around. I will link the reference material in the description. Okay, so now that's out the way, we can start modeling this tank. Okay, the first thing we need to do is delete or hide the cube. Go on the x-axis, go add image, reference, and just open whatever reference material you got. I got this reference. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the image properties, or actually object data properties, and change object access aligned. Enable that. Good. So I'm not really going to touch any other settings. So what that does is if I scroll away, it's invisible now. So you can't really see it apart from the black outline. So go back on the x-axis and you can see it. Okay, I'm just going to unhide the cube and start modeling. Now I'm going to go GZ and move my reference material down. Go Shift Z and go Tab in edit mode. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is select one of the vertices and move it right there. Select another vertex and move it right there. And then select this vertex, move it there. And this vertex, move it here. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go Command R to make a loop cut. Go G. Okay, now I'm going to go SY and move it like that. Perfect. Okay. So the hull is looking good so far. So now I'm going to select the vertex on the other side and just move it right there. Okay, let's check it. So as you see, this part is extruded out. So what we need to do is add 2 loop cuts. So we go Command R and move one like that. It doesn't really matter how it looks. Just move it like that. Go Command R and move this like that. Good. Now I select the top. Actually, before I do that, let's select the top like that. As you see, it's wonky. So we go X0 to straighten it out. Good. Now we select this part like that. Go EZ to extrude on the Z axis, and we get that effect. Okay, now we go Command R and we move it right there. Okay, Command R, move it right there. Command R, move it right there. Move it like that. And Command R, move it right there. So we're going to select almost all the vertices. So we're going to go like that. Good. Now we go GZ. And we go G, go Command R, move it like that. Go G, G. Okay, now we just go move it like that. Okay, perfect. Now we go Tab, Alt Z, and we need to model the top view. So what we do is we select our image. Well, I'll actually rename this from empty to reference front. Shift D, RY90. So I'll rename it from reference front to reference top. Good, go on the Z axis, select it, go Command R right in the middle. Nice, go Alt Z and select this half, go X vertex C so we get half of it. So now we go add modifier, mirror, and we get the other half automatically made. Perfect. So now we just move it like that. Good. Let's move it right like that. Go Command R. Move it like that. Ah, perfect. Now we just select this part now. Or actually just, okay, good. Okay, let's select this half. Go G, E, and as you see, it happens on the exact same thing happens on the other side. So let's just move it. Good. Okay, now if we select this half, make sure we're actually selecting it. Now select this part, that part, go on the Z axis now, and go E, Y, and go SY 0. Now go GY, check, good. Just go back on the Z axis. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, now we can rename this from cube to hull. Okay, good. So you can even maybe just make that a little like that. Good. Okay, now we need to do the turrets. So I'm going to hide the hull, go Shift A, Mesh, Cube, and I'll rename this instantly to turret. Good, go S to scale. Now we go Shift Z, Alt Z, go Tab, and it should go GZ. Okay, good. Go GZ, go G, move it right there. Perfect. Now we go I to insert it like that. Go S. Now go E to extrude. We will right like that. Go S to scale again. Go E to extrude like that. Okay. So as you can see, we can even add a little more detail. Move it right like that. Good. Now go EY. So you can actually select both these vertices and go X limited dissolve, and we'll remove them without damaging any of the mesh. So we select this part, go EY, move it like that, move it there, perfect. And we select it like that, EY again, move it like that. Okay, now I'm going to keep it like that. So now I go on the Z axis, right? And I just move it like that. And now I just will kind of, now I want the other half to be made for me again. So I'll just remove the vertices, go add modifier mirror. Okay. Now I'll just go G and go SX0, SY0. SY0, and I'll actually do the same to all the rest just so it's okay. So this will take a sec. Okay, I've done. So now I'm just going to carry on modeling this. So let's move it that right there. Okay, let's select this, move it right there. Now we can move it like that. Good. Okay, now we move it like that, there, okay, right like that, good. Now we select this half, this part, go G, like that, select this part, go G, X vertices, go Z, X vertices, go Z, Shift Z. Okay, now select this part, go F to fill. Now I can see that there are vertices like that and we don't want those. So we go merge vertices by distance, except remove 0 vertices. But if you open merge by distance and increase merge distance, good. But if you increase this too much, you can or merge to something like 2 vertices. So you just move it as much as really needed. Okay, let's decrease that a little. Perfect. Okay, now what we need to do is go on the Z axis again. Hold Z and select this, move it right there, select this, move it there, move it there. Okay, Shift Z. Okay, now this isn't really going to be a turret ever, unless of course we add the main gun. So just fix some mistakes I made. So of course you can see there's a vertice which needs to be merged. Just good. Okay. Now if you want, you can go X limited dissolve. Go AX limited dissolve and I'll remove all unneeded vertices. So go tab. Okay, now just go on the X axis and go Shift A, mesh and cylinder. So I'll change vertices from 32 to 8 because this is going to be a low poly tank, of course. So got X90, so just move it like that. Good. Go tab, Alt Z, move it like that. Go E, go S, go E, S, D, insert E. Okay, now this isn't really following the blueprint too well. So I'll just go on the X-axis, go S, Y, good, move it right there. Go tab, go Alt C, go tab, select this half, go GY. Good. Okay. Good. So go 3 and inset and extrude it. It doesn't really have to extrude it all the way in, just enough so you can kind of notice how. So now we go select the turret and go Command J. Okay, go A, Alt hide. Now we need the track. So we go on the Y, so we go on the X axis. Okay, the first thing we need to do is make the track shape. And the way we're going to do that is go add mesh circle. So go on X axis, go Y90, go GY, or actually go Alt G, so it moves right into place. Go GZ, go on X axis, Alt Z, and go S to scale it, so, and just move this little yellow dot right in the middle. Okay, now go tab and change this to circle select and click O for proportional editing. Change that to 1. And by the way, you don't have to click 1, you can change it to this little vert select. Like that. Now go G, and if you click S or G or anything like that, you see there's this giant circle. And if that's too big, and effects like that happen, then you just scroll your mouse to make this circle smaller. So the circle basically means how much it's affecting. And because there's a stretching this, if you ever, you'll run out of vertices eventually. So you go A, subdivide, and it makes, it's like subdivision surface almost. So you just go G, so go G, A, subdivide. So this would take me a second. Okay, if you want into places like this, then you just select part of it, scroll out, select this, go G, select this, scroll in, okay, and then you just edit this a little by scrolling and stuff like that. Okay, good. Okay, so now that's done, we go tab, and we're going to go add mesh cube, and this is going to be our track. So we're going to go S to scale, go G, go S, go G, and kind of remodel this little single piece. So go Alt Z, go EZ, go O, go SY. O is just because this proportional editing I forgot to turn off. So if you get weird effects, it'll be proportional editing probably. So just go E. Good. Go add modifier array now, and nothing's happening. So I delete the factor of x, make that 0. Factor y, make that 1. And we get 2. Now, if we make it as much as we can, let's actually make this minus 1. Good. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's do that. But we wanted to make it in this kind of curve. We wanted to follow this curve. So we go object, convert to curve. So it's not mesh anymore. Now we go add modifier, curve, and change this to minus y. And now we choose circle, and this weird effect's happening. But this is just, so you just go G and move it until it fixes it. Just like that. Now if these spikes are pointing out, you go RY 180 and they're in again. So now let's increase that. Okay, you can kind of see, go Shift Z, Alt Z, so you can see better. Zoom in. Okay, let's go 5, 0, 5, 1, 4, 9. So I'm just going to change this so it's right together. That should work. Okay, give me a second now. Okay, I fixed it. Now go Alt Z, and this is much too thin. So we go select our reference, go Shift D, RZ 90, and I see a good. Okay, this I think I accidentally renamed front. Rename this side, and let's rename this, remove 001. Okay, now we go on the y-axis, so now we go Shift. Okay, now let's just go G and move it right in the front, go Shift Z, Alt Z, and go G right there. I can even move this back. On the y-axis, check. Good. Okay, now we need the hole right here for the track to go and the road wheel to go. So we go Alt Z, Shift Z, Alt Z, go add mesh cube, go Alt Z again, and we will right approximately in the middle. Good. Now we go SZ, Good. Shift Z. Good. Now go on the x-axis, zoom out, go SY, go GY, SY. Perfect. Alt Z, Shift Z, Alt Z. Okay, now if we select this, we just go add modifier, Boolean, and change this so it's there. Good. It doesn't really matter if you name this or not, so just change exact to fast, and let's hide it and check. Good. So let's apply it. Go Command Z, Alt hide. Okay, now we apply it. So right now, if you apply it, it will do the first modifier. So we just select this boolean, kind of. Select it, go Command apply. Okay, this is what we do. We move this to move to first, and apply it. Go X delete. Okay, give me a sec to figure this out. Okay, I figured out what was wrong. So what was wrong is this cube was on the mirror side, which is definitely not what we want. So there are two choices. We can either apply the mirror, but I'm not going to do that. So what I'll do is I just select this and go GX, move right there, GX, there. Okay, now I just move this to first and apply it and delete this. Okay, now we get this weird thing. So we go select box, and I'll just go Alt and just select this and click F to fill. Okay, I've finished. So now I think all these vertices are a waste of mesh. So we just select all of them, go X, limited dissolve. Okay, go 3 to do face select all those, limited dissolve, better, that's better. Command X, limited dissolve, perfect. So now they're one mesh. So now we go tab, and I select my cube, so I'll rename this to track. Good, now go GX, and go SX, right there, go GX, good. Okay, now we need the road wheels. So we go on the x-axis, go Shift A, mesh, and I'll add a cylinder. Okay, so the vertices are already 8, so go RY 90, go G, go Shift Z, go Alt Z, go G, go S to scale, go Alt D. Now instead of Shift D, I do Alt D because then it's a linked duplicate. So you'll see why soon when we do the texturing part. Good, Alt Z, Shift Z. So now all our road wheels are right in the center. So we just move it like that, go Shift Z, Alt Z. Good, Z, Shift Z. Good. Now if we just select one, go tab, all of them are selected, even though we're only selecting one. So go tab, go I to insert, go GX, go, no, that's a little too much, good. Now I'll go I to insert, go E, and if you really want to add detail, you can go Command B to do, and you get this nice smooth edge. Now I think what we need to do, because this is sticking out, just fit in a bit. So GX right there. Okay. So now we just select all of these, go Shift D, RZ 180, And as you see, they rise in the center, they duplicate in the center. So you just go GX, move right there. Good. Now we need to duplicate this, but there's a problem. If we duplicate it, well, that will work, except I think it's a waste of mesh still, so we can go add modifier mirror. So that's in the wrong place, obviously. So you go object set origin, origin to 3D cursor if yours is right there. If it isn't, you go shift S cursor to selected. Okay, now don't apply the mirror modifier. So all we do, now I think I'll have to rename all these wheels. So instead of going F1, F2, renaming it to road wheel again and again and again, which will take quite a while, all we do is we go edit, edit, and battery name. So click battery name and change, okay, good, objects, good, selected, okay, so set name, new. Now change that so it's called road wheel. Good. So now if you select one of them, go F1, F2. So of course they 001, but that will actually be pretty good. That's actually kind of what we want. Okay. So what I think I'll do is now just select everything and put it into a collection. Okay. I think we selected everything apart from all those references. Select all our road wheels. Good. Now click in new collection and tank. Good. Okay. Now if we close that tank, as you can see, everything is inside one folder. Okay, now you just delete these. Okay, now it's time for texturing. So we go over to material properties, change this to viewport shading, and instead of adding an image texture, of course you can add an image texture. What I'm going to do is go over to shading, go add, and instead of adding an image texture, which you will do if you plan on doing an image texture, is I will add a noise texture. So go over to color. Now we don't really want pink, yellow and blue colors, so we go add a color ramp. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to select the black, and I want the black position to be 0.521. Good. Now if we select the white, I'll change that to hex, and it's 1D6612. Enter, and you get this color. So of course that looks weird, so we change it, okay, from position 1 to 0.515. So go AU, project from view bounds. Good. Okay. By the way, if you're using an image texture, you go project from view bounds. So go apply all transforms. Okay, good. Now just go shift, select one of the wheels, doesn't really matter which one. Go shift and select this one last, and go command L, materials. Good. So I think there's a little too hard, so just make it like that, and okay, actually what we do is keep it that hardness, but we go scale, so that's why it won't look a difference. Okay, that's better. Good. Now we need the track, so we just go new, and if you have an image texture then use it, but I'll just make it black. Good. Now we add a machine gun. So it's on the roof, so go good. Okay, so go select this half, go shift S cursor to selected, go add mesh cylinder, go S to scale, SZ, go GZ, select the top, go shift S cursor to selected, go add mesh cube, S to scale, SX, SY, and we'll just go Z on the Z axis, go G. Okay, now I just go shift S cursor to selected, go add mesh cylinder, go RX 90, go S to scale, and I'll scale it quite long. Good. Now just select this and join the bottom part of the last. I'll rename this machine gun, go M and tank. Now go Command L, materials, and we get it. Good. Now it turns out these things are actually quite long. I can even make scale it not that long. I don't think they're actually that long. Just move it like that. Oh, good. Okay, now we need to make the door, because the people in the tank aren't stuck there for the rest of eternity. So let's just add the cylinder, go S shift Z, so it tells on every axis apart from the Z, go S to scale, go GZ, go S shift Z, go GY. Okay, I'll even add some detail, go inset and go E to extrude. Perfect. Now let's just go commands. Now the two options now, if you want to, let's say, open it and you're putting this tank in a movie or something, let's say, and you want to open it, then what you'll need to do is go shift S cursor to selected, go object, set origin, so 3D cursor right there, and then go RX. As you can see, it now opens. And so the two options now, you either join it so it's part of the tank, but before that you must apply the mirror, or you can go Command P to the turret, so parents it to the turret. So it's your choice, except I think I'm just going to apply the mirror. Apply all transforms, good. Command J to join. Good. Okay. Check it out. Good. And you may have wondered why I added this. Well, the reason why is because if we go GX, the tracks roll away right now, except that's kind of what the animation will look like. Of course, not the tracks rolling away. So what I'll do is hide the track and select everything. Good. Now I just go Command P to this circle, but I'll rename this to track controller. I think it's 2 hours. Yeah. Wait, what did I name it? Trash? What? Okay, good. Good, okay. So now if we go GY, go A Untitled, Alt G. Okay, let's just move it. Go A Untitled, select this, controller, and go GY, and it drives away. And then this can rotate. If we select this and this, go command parent object. This of course can rotate too. Okay. So now all we have to do is apply this mirror because we don't really need it anymore. Okay, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Shorter.